she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you, I know it's true. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up. Gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
So for real, who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, where your post, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready to break. I got it. Hey, orbit. Be triple.
Block off the play action. Oh, he's going to take it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. first carry for James Conner. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, check safety, check safety. Bravo. These two.
Now Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Great. All right, now. 180.
54 miles.
Not today, Ron. Not today. Kill. Middle.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check 26, check 26. Hey!
Right back to Conner here on 1st. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No spacing.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Show that bench release yourself. You got nothing. You got nothing. Hey, box drop. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set. 18, Gator. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, high 7. General West.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Down. 70. Indy. Here we go. Let's go. Pilot. 64. Weak. Let's get this. Yeah. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Gets this one to Hill. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Conner on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Middle. Ringo.
From the 27, Roethlisberger steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Hey, let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
For a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Locke. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Rabbit. Jack 16.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
80 weapons.
Check 25. Check 25. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
World.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't begin. Help out. Don't get nervous. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. You draw Corkers.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Connor. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Double bump. Smooth.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind crunch or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Watch out. Check right 54. No spacing. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty.
Right there, 54. Right. Hey, 2. Yo.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go, D.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's get it. Ready.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now to the air. Lock toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now it's Conner. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Black 30. Your trip is here.
The first carry for Josh Adams, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Steelers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen. Pass. Tight. These two.
First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, Haywood. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Middle. Squeeze, double.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary.
The team is playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They can't hang with us. Right there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Switch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Here I come. Shoot. Protein spill. Yo, go. He's coming in motion. Hey.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Check 6-6, pull it high. Safety creep. Hey, exit. Yo, cheetah.
Play action. Now it's locked. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. This to Jarwin. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Go! Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No spacing.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A first throw for the backup Foles. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, it's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little...
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Connor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, it's Connor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Black 20. Black 4. It's a party now. Check 37. Check 37.
On the run is Connor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Conner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't going nowhere.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 77. 54. Mike Bravo.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Show that bench release and go. Mike 5-4. Hey, Foxtrot.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
Good. 180. Check. 55 to Mike. Time to go. Night. Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Holes on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the run.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check pass.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me? Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma